Hey guys, Blaumagier here, and we're back with what will be the finale of Let's Play BS Legend of Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets. This is Chapter 4, and as usual, the story goes by quickly, so I'm going to read it out for those who are interested. Chapter 4, a new adventure has begun in Hyrule. The legendary Kingdom of Hyrule. 6 years ago, this land came to be at peace. However, in its troubled past, the leader of the thieves, Ganondorf, obtained the Triforce, became the evil King Ganon, and attempted to conquer the land. The priest Aghanim, possessed by Ganon, in order to break the seal cast by the sages to entrap the evil king, proceeded to sacrifice their descendants one by one. Zelda, Princess of Hyrule, and also a descendant, was therefore imprisoned by Aghanim in the dungeon of Hyrule Castle. However, Zelda called frantically from her cell, "Please, help! My name is Zelda. I am held captive in the castle dungeon." Link, a boy of Hyrule, heard her cries. He began a quest to save the princess and defeat Ganon. Numerous dangers awaited him, but Link, mustering his courage, wisdom, and power, was at last able to defeat the evil King Ganon. He then departed in search of new adventure. The people of Hyrule, extolling the tales of Link of his deeds, came to revere him as Link, the hero. Since then, a time of peace descended upon Hyrule. If you can't already tell, the story is mostly the same as it was in Chapter 2 and 3. Once again, except for the last page. Huh? What is that strange light in the east? Princess Zelda followed the mysterious brilliance. A man named Agina, the younger brother of Hyrule's elder Sahasrahla, was there. Ah, I just wake up earlier and earlier as I grow older. Oh, who could this be? Agina, what happened? Princess Zelda, this here young'un, dressed something unusual. Ah, not dead, I hope. That day, a mysterious youth fell from the heavens. Arrgh! This is a disaster! Aren't you the soldier who was at the Eastern Temple? What's wrong? Are you alright? You're hurt. A horde of monsters came at us from nowhere. All other soldiers defending the temple with me were killed. Looks like they haven't appeared here yet, but Oi, hold on to your strength. All of a sudden, monsters appeared. A new crisis had come to Hyrule. The youth and Agina acquired the Book of Mudora and let Princess Zelda translate the writing on the stone tablets with it. The message thus revealed was, there is a sealed power buried in the mountain known as Silver Arrows. However, they still do not have all of the stone tablets. Based on the word mountain, Agina and the youth chose to head to the foot of Death Mountain. And that is where our adventure will begin. In Chapter 4 of BS Legend of Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets. So let us jump right in. We need your help once more, young one. Don't forget to take your possessions with you. You received the big bag. It can carry an assortment of items. It's very practical. Wait, Hero of Light, please take me with you. You can't go to Death Mountain with someone that can solve the mystery of the stone tablets. Or without someone that can solve the mystery of the stone tablets. I know how to read the Book of Mudora, and I felt that it was my destiny to accompany you and use it to decipher them. Come, Hero of Light, let us go to Death Mountain together. Oh, but that cannot... I suppose it can't be helped. Please take care of the princess, young one. You collected 6 of the stone tablets, young one. You must now search for the 7th stone tablet. It's under the tombstone that won't move, even if you push it. You should try ramming into it. Its location will appear on your map. So, as per usual, I will knock out the 7th dungeon first thing, and that will pretty much open up the rest of the world for me. So, this is the gravestone that won't move. I never showed this off in my Link to the Past Let's Play, but you can actually push most of the gravestones and it will reveal the skull and bones of whoever is buried there. Anyway, dash into that, and we open up our entrance to the 7th dungeon. And right off the bat here, we've got a door we can open. And here's the map. Always nice to have the map pretty quickly like that. And there's a key for us. You can throw the boomerang to reach, or to grab items you can't reach. I already knew that. Wasn't that a hint in one of the previous dungeons? Anyway, I already got the compass there as well. Alright, got 100 rupees. And now we can go down below. Not much in this room, so we can move on to the next. Now, one thing that you'll probably notice pretty quickly, so this dungeon is actually really short compared to all the rest of them. You can tell that just by looking at the map. There's where we started, there's where we are, and that's all that's left. Yeah, it's that short. Anyway, you may have noticed on the map that there's a hidden room here. I will go through if this anti-fairy will let me. And we get 50 rupees and the mighty boomerang. You can kill enemies and grab items. Yeah, you know this wasn't an official translation. Nintendo never would have used the word kill. Looks like you're heading for trouble. Do you want to carry more bombs? 400 rupees? Yeah, but now our bombs are maxed out at 50. And with that, we have gone through all the secret rooms on this floor. So let's head on down. It's funny, this dungeon is like the shortest in the entire game, but it also has like the most items in it out of any one dungeon. Get rid of these hard hat beetles. Well, that was just awesome. Okay, seriously, freaking ice floor. I normally don't mind ice physics, but in Zelda it's a little pointless. We got the powerful gloves, aka the Titan Mitt. You can lift the heavy black stones that you couldn't lift before. So that's good. And with that we can head down. We've got a couple of ping gators here. And we have to defeat all the enemies in this room. Luckily the hook shot makes Baris pretty easy to take out. Don't have to worry about them electrifying. And over here we got a key. That's not all. If I can get to it, we have a big key. And I'll just take the hit, walk across there. And apparently run right into that fire bar. Man, I'm gonna regret having recorded so much while I'm sick. I have so many coughs to edit out. Anyway, we got a big chest containing the cane of Samaria here. And it functions the exact same as it does in A Link to the Past, allowing us to place blocks or platforms on special locations. And we've actually already explored the entire dungeon, if you can believe it. Anyway, let's drop down and take on the boss. Kholdstare. I'm actually going to have a little bit of a harder time than I did fighting him in A Link to the Past, because I don't have the Hurricane Blade. Hurricane Blade made this boss a total joke. So this will be the one boss in this game that's actually harder than in the original game. Or rather, I shouldn't say the original game, but in the Game Boy Advance game. And I say he's harder despite the fact that I actually had better armor than I did when I fought him in A Link to the Past. Anyway, we'll claim our ancient stone tablet. You got the stone tablet. Hurry and find the next stone tablet. Oh, the message changed. I guess since we deciphered the hidden message behind them. Oh yeah, I can't attack those guys yet. Over here is actually a gravestone that we can move. So let's go on through and see what's in here. Now I will tell you the layout of this room has been changed a little bit from the normal version, and it's due to one of the patches that I opted to install. But anyways, you can get the bottle here. I don't believe the original room had any of these spikes, but they're easy enough to navigate around. You saw a door in there. We'll come to that later. Just trust me on that one. Anyways, it's time to head on this way. And like you might expect, there is a secret passage here. It's actually just a great fairy, but you can see a bummable wall behind her. And I will take care of that. You need the Cane of Samaria here. Just pick it up, launch it like that. And that gives us our first piece of heart. Nice. Now this chapter actually does something pretty interesting with the heart pieces. And you'll see what I mean. I'm not going to spoil the surprise just yet. Speaking of heart pieces, there's one just kind of sitting here, obscured by the trees, and that is our second heart piece. Right here we have the mini game for this chapter. I'll deal with that later. A little fortune teller there. Another secret passage here. The hookshot will be useful here. I don't know why they decided to make so many hookshot rooms in this chapter when we got the hookshot in a different chapter. It's a little strange, but, you know, whatever. There's our third piece of heart. Now, before I go any further, I'm actually going to head on over to the magic shop. And down there at the bottom, you can see they were talking about the Master Sword. We'll deal with that in just a moment. Right now, I want to go ahead and buy a red potion. Trust me, I need this. is due to that optional path, or that optional patch that I installed. Anyway, let's say we go get that Master Sword, huh? It's in the exact same location it's in A Link to the Past, as one might expect. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and go in the rental shop here. See, now we can rent the level 4 sword if we want. I'm going to go ahead and get the shovel. This time we get the shovel forever, so there's no stressing with the time limit. And it's actually located on top of the mountain, so I won't be able to get to that for a little while just yet. So let's head on into the forest. One thing I never pointed out is that previous dungeons from the other chapters have a guy blocking you, saying you don't have time to wander around in here. And he's right, you really don't. Maybe one day when somebody compiles a ROM that has all 4 chapters in one. It's written in an ancient language. Let's see, I think it says, "Take this sword in your hand, courageous one. If thou dost possess power, the sword shall choose thee." That's what it reads. Alright. The Master Sword has chosen you. All of its power is flowing through you. Alright, now we have the Master Sword, and when our health is full, we can shoot sword beams. And of course it is the level 4 sword, so that's the one that Link put back in the pedestal. Now we are done in the Lost Woods. We'll be coming back here. But we got a little more to do over here by the woodcutters. Oh, as a bonus, now that we have the level 4 sword, we can actually attack buzz blobs without suffering damage. However, unlike in the Game Boy Advance version, the level 4 sword will not break pots. It's on the same limitations as the Super Nintendo version, which makes sense since I am playing on the Super Nintendo. Anyways, there's our 4th heart piece. Only 4 more remain in the entire game. And we know that one of them is on the mountain. Alright, we have a scripted bombos happen now. Actually, I'm not sure if the spell is always the same. I think in my practice run it was an ether. Strange, whenever I leave the house it starts raining. By the way, you seem pretty strong. You might be able to pull out that sword in the woods. It says the same thing. One thing I failed to point out in my Link to the Past Let's Play is that these guys are named A Bumpkin and B Bumpkin. And I imagine the one that had the riddle was C Bumpkin. Anyway, we go into their house. And what do you know? It starts raining. Well, let's go down the tree trunk. Now this area coming up, this is what the optional patch that I installed did, and honestly, it's really bad design. It would have been better had they put the chest at the end, at the front here. That would have made everything perfect, but they didn't. And so it's just really bad design. Do note that Nintendo had nothing to do with this design. This was entirely the result of what the ROM hackers created. So anyways, you just kind of gotta muscle your way through. And one of the things you can do is just try to run in such a direction that you would get hit and launched into the direction you need to go. And you can see I already need to use that potion. That's why I got it. I knew I would need it. It's really unfair the way that they designed this. And I'm not a fan of it at all. And all they had to do, the only thing they had to do to make it good was place this treasure chest right here in that first room. Yeah, magic cape. Why they didn't do that, I don't know. But they didn't do it. And as a result, it made that entire area a huge pain. And I just don't like it. I think that they need to change that in the patch. See, the thing is, they could have done that. The magic cape is not supposed to be obtainable in this game normally. Same with the Book of Medora. But rather than create a new chest, they just replaced the contents of an existing chest. Why, I don't know. But anyways, we get our last potion there, and I guess I might as well talk to Maple. Anyways, despite the fact that I really don't like the way that that cave was designed, I did go ahead and use that patch anyways, just because I'm OCD and don't like having blank spots in my inventory. Because if you don't have that patch installed, you will always have a blank spot where the cape is and a blank spot where the book is. It's just how it is. Anyways, with that, I think we're ready to go to the mountain. Although one thing I do want to show off is after you have the shovel and the Master Sword, there's nothing to rent in the shop. I'm sorry, all of our items are currently lent out. Fair enough, I suppose. Alright, we're ready to head on to Death Mountain. Now, if you played A Link to the Past, this is going to be a little bit different. Yeah, we're already in a dungeon. And right off the bat, we have a bombable wall containing our final arrow upgrade. Alright, so our bomb capacity and arrow capacity is maxed out at 50 and 70 respectively. And I just obtained the infinite arrow power-up. Pull on this guy's tongue and we can open that door. One thing you have to worry about with the Master Sword is when you have your beams, you might accidentally hit something with the beams instead of the blade itself, expecting it to die, and it doesn't. Anyways, you want to light up those torches with the fire rod, and then quickly go get the chest before it disappears to obtain a key. Now this dungeon is actually significantly longer than the previous dungeon. And for good reason. It's pretty much the bulk of this chapter. That's okay. I don't mind having a long dungeon. I mean, it is the last dungeon, so it's fitting that it would be the longest. Bust out our hammer to deal with these moles and get another key. And over here we have another crystal, as well as some more torches to light. Once again, you want to grab the chest before it disappears, but that's not really that difficult a task to accomplish. Not in that particular room, anyways. Alright, now we can continue on. You may be wondering about the map. Well, don't. There's only one bombable wall before we get the map, and we've already found it. Speaking of bombs, I'll place a bomb by that crystal and head on down. And here we get the map. In case you didn't believe me, see, we've explored all of the first floor. On to the second floor. And I do not particularly care for this floor because it is rather dark. I don't think there's anything over there. Let's step on the switch to open the door here. And we got some more of these bomb slugs. Can't remember their name. What is it? Nura or something like that? No, it's something strange. Anyways, there's a treasure with 100 rupees down here. Oh, I didn't make it to that bomb. Oh well, I didn't need it anyway. I was already full. Nothing much over here. So we will continue on this way. Across that spike pit. More use of the hook shot. It's strange how heavy the emphasis is on the hook shot in Chapter 4. I just don't really know what to say about it. Anyways, we'll head on through there. Over here is a one-way exit door. Just in case you were wondering. There's the mirror shield, which we only need in one room in the entire game. Yeah, it's weird how they balance the use of the items in this game. Some items only get used once. Some items get used extensively, like the hookshot. I don't really get it. Anyway, there's a bombable wall right here. And inside is a treasure chest containing 100 rupees. And there's that one-way exit door, but down here is also another chest containing 100 rupees. The number of rupees that you get in Chapter 4 is nowhere near the amount that you get in Chapter 3, so don't really expect to get too far ahead of what you had. Got a few pots in here. Another treasure chest containing a key. And I like to make progress through this room quickly because it sucks after it gets dark. And it'll get dark pretty quick. But luckily I was able to get through before it did. Well, most of the way through anyway. And that actually will complete that floor. So now we just got the last 3 floors to go. Luckily, sword beams allow us to attack Helmosaurs head-on. Otherwise, they would be quite annoying on this little path. Too bad they're not like their similar enemy in Link's Awakening, that you can use the hookshot to rip its mask off. Nope, hookshot just stuns Helmosaurs. Over here we have a bombable wall and a floor that disappears. And another bombable wall. 100 rupees. Nice. And we have 300 rupees in this room. Looks like our boomerang gained the ability to pierce through enemies. So see, you can't smash pots with a level 4 sword in this game, unfortunately. Oh well. Well, darn it. Didn't mean to fall off there. That's why I dislike Helmosaurs. Even though they're kind of an iconic Zelda enemy for me. Now you might want to see what's down before you go over here, but trust me, you want to get the big key first. Got whiz robes here. Luckily, Sword Beam will actually take them out in one go. Get another 100 rupees there. Whip out our trusty Cane of Samaria to get across the platform once more. More Baris to deal with. Start. Ah, just did get it. Alright, before going up, I am going to bomb this wall. And we have 2 treasure chests and a door with a switch. And we get rupees. More rupees. And over here is even more rupees. But we still don't have many more rupees than we started with. Only about 400 more. For some reason, red Baris always come back. I don't know why. I guess just to be annoying. Well, anyway, let's hookshot back over and whip out our trusty fire rod to light these torches. And we can open the big chest containing the ice rod, which gets used once. Yeah, I know. It's forgivable though, because I mean the whole point of this game is getting a lot done on a time limit. So, I mean, I can forgive them for not coming up with really creative and extensive uses for each of the items. But I mean, even the original game had some flaws like that. Remember the Cane of Burna? Yeah, I didn't even use that item because it sucks and it's never needed. It's not even in this game. Along with all 3 of the spell medallions, Bombos, Ether, and Quake. And I should not have done that. So there is a bombable wall over there. And you have to use this little trick to get across. And just more rupees. 100 in this room. And 600 in this room. So that's nice. Use our hookshot to get back across. And it is time for the boss. Just like in A Link to the Past, I recommend taking out the ice head first because it will create permanent ice tiles on the floor if you allow it to attack. Luckily the heads go out really fast this time around. And we're just left with the body. Which I believe is just going to take 3 hits. Yes. And we get our Aged Stone Tablet, the final tablet. You collected all of the stone tablets. Soon we'll be able to solve their mystery. Let's hurry to the summit. And that's actually not letting me access the map here, but I guess it's because it's the boss room. You see, we have explored everything in all 8 dungeons. So let's head up to the summit. Starts us up here on Spectacle Rock. And there's no way to get down to Death Mountain proper. Anyways, up here we do have a piece of heart to collect. It's up here somewhere. Oh, remember how I said in my Link to the Past Let's Play that you can't dig up or down in the Super Nintendo version? That holds true here. Only left and right. Looks like I'm right on it. Well, maybe a little bit to the left. Can't dig on the spectacled area. Man, where is it? There it is. I guess that's to make up for all the times that I dug it up on the first try. Anyways, we have a fairy fountain up here with a wall we can bomb. Oh, one thing I never pointed out about the Mighty Boomerang is that for whatever reason they forego, or I guess that's the word, forego, I don't know, they passed up on having the regular boomerang and instead gave you the magic boomerang, but it functioned the same as a regular boomerang, so that it went further or something. I don't really know how that works. I guess it functioned the same as a magic boomerang. Then you get the mighty boomerang, which kind of functions the same, because technically the magic boomerang could go 1 screen's distance away from you, and the mighty boomerang, I believe, can go further. Like, yeah, if you keep walking, it'll keep going. And it'll go as far as it can until it hits the edge of the screen. Magic Boomerang just has a set distance. So that's the difference. It's kind of a pointless difference, but it's there all the same. I sense a terrible power, hero of light. Something has been sealed here. We must use the 8 stone tablets in the Book of Medora to undo this seal. Please wait for a while. Once I've successfully solved the mystery of the seal, I will call out to you through your heart, no matter where you may be. For now, you should equip and prepare yourself for what is to come. I will be alright. So, now we just get to wait until Zelda calls us. And we pretty much explored everything in the game. Looking at our goals, we have all 8 tablets. We have the red armor, the mirror shield, and the master sword. We have all of the items. We have Pegasus boots, Titan's mitt, the flippers, and Zelda took our Book of Medora. And we have all 4 bottles. So we've got everything except for 2 heart pieces. but try as you might, you're not going to find them. So I simply suggest looking for the mole instead. He should be appearing about this time. And he usually appears... Ooh. He usually appears on this screen, but it might be a little bit too early for him. I am actually playing through a little bit quicker than I did in my practice run. I guess because I already know where everything is. Let's see if the mini-game is open. Slot chance! Stop spinning rupees with the boomerang. Get 3 to win big. 1 spin for 20 rupees. Nah, we'll try it. So, like he says, it's just a slot machine. It's a very unfair mini-game, as you might expect. The octopi always turn into a rupee, so I mean, at least you get something out of it. I broke even, so I'm going to consider myself lucky and move on. One thing I believe you can do is I think you can actually access the minigames from the previous chapters. I'm not sure, so we'll go check on that right now. So I remember Chapter 2's minigame was up here in the woods. Right here, in fact. Nope, I guess not. It makes sense. It's the same guy in each chapter. Guess it wouldn't hurt to check all of them, though. So you may be wondering, what's the point in being able to go to all of the previous chapters if there's nothing for you in those areas? Well, the answer is, for anybody, like when they actually broadcasted this game, basically there was 50 minutes in 4 consecutive weeks at the same time that this game could be played. So for anybody that missed one of the previous weeks, they could still pick up some of the stuff that they might have missed in the last week here, or in a later week. And it's likely that this minigame will be inaccessible as well. But might as well check it for completion's sake. I think it was this door. Yep. Out of all 4 of the minigames, I would say that the bow minigame was actually the most fair. I kind of wish that it was the final week's minigame, but you know, whatever. Can't have everything, I guess. I did not mean to go to that one again. I need to find the mole. He should appear now. I think he appears in the last 10 minutes, so maybe 1 more minute and he'll appear. We'll check to see if he's there now. Nope, not yet. I really hope I'm not going to get screwed and he'll appear in a different place, because I have no idea where else he might appear. Okay, 10 minutes left. Oh no, he's still not there. Alright, I guess I get to go explore now. Hopefully I can find him. There's not too much area to actually explore, though. So maybe I'll be able to find him. There's not much else I can do until Zelda calls on me anyways, so it's not like I'm really losing any time here. The only thing I worry about is that he might be hanging out where the Master Sword is, and I don't want to go all the way over there. Oh, maybe he's not. Oh, it looks like the seer sees Ganon, the evil king. Oh no, I'm not finding him anywhere. I guess I'll go back to where I usually see him at. Maybe he will show up. Still not there. It's a little worrisome. So down at the bottom they're talking about Ganon and how he can only be defeated with the silver arrow. Can you hear me? It's me, Zelda. Can you hear me, Hero of Light? I've finally solved the mystery of the stone tablets. Come back as soon as possible. Well, I'm gonna make you wait just a minute, because I am looking for a mole. Where's my mole? I will be upset if he does not appear. He's not appearing! What the F, man? I really don't think he'd be on the mountain, because that's where his hole appears. It's not over here. Guess I'll check where the Master Sword was. I don't really have a lot of other options right now. Gonna be mad if I can't find the mole. Wait. Maybe I should check the lumberjack's house. See, he always appears in an empty area. Okay, not in the lumberjack's house. Let's go check on the Master Sword area. Maybe he'll be over there. Oh man, I really don't want this to be the only chapter that I don't find the mole in. That would be horrible. Okay, he's not over. He is over here. What are you doing over here, dude? Molly-ho! Molly-ho! Holy moly-ho! You're in luck! You found me! I'll tell you where to find some great treasure. Listen carefully. Go to the summit of Death Mountain to find something good. Hurry! Figures he'd be in the one place that I just did not want to look. And I can't call the bird here. So, there is my proof that the mole does appear in different places, because in my practice run he appeared near the water. And here he appeared up there. I do think he only has like 2 places in each chapter he can appear, though. So before we talk to Zelda, we'll deal with the mole. Who's down here? Molly-ho! You made it! I dug a hole. There's a lot of treasure inside. Not as much as there was in the last chapter, but there's some treasure in here. Yes, yes, yes. I heard you, Zelda, the first time. Did you not just see me walk past you? I mean, I was literally right there. Anyway, that's 500 rupees so far. That makes 800. That makes 1100. And that makes... I guess it was the same as the other cave in Chapter 3, because I believe that was 1400 rupees as well. Anyways, now that we've done that, we've done everything except get 2 heart pieces and get these silver arrows. So let's go talk to Zelda. You should be in front of her. Or something. Oh, on her left. Hero of Light, All the hidden riddles of the tablets are solved thanks to your courage. Now borrow the tablet's power and prevent the King of Evil's greatest powers from being resurrected. Heaven and earth of Hyrule, please lend me your great power. Winds and waters of Hyrule, bestow upon me the arrow of shining light. And there we go. Silver bow and arrow. Conceal the embodiment of evil. Believe in your own strength to the end. And she gives us back our Book of Medora. And I lied. There actually is a Dark World, but it's very, very small. So, over here, we have a Great Fairy Fountain. And another one of these places where we can hookshot across. Like I said, heavy emphasis on the hookshot in this chapter for some reason. And that is our 7th and next to last heart piece. Where could that last one be? Well, I'm not going to bother talking to the Great Fairy because that's just going to waste my precious little time that I have left. But there's nothing over there. And our last heart piece is actually just right here out in the open. Alright, now that we have all our heart pieces, let's head into Ganon's tower and deal with him. Now, I gotta say, if you're expecting a challenge, you're playing the wrong game. This is even easier than it was in A Link to the Past, and I think it was pretty darn easy in A Link to the Past. You'll see what I mean when we get there. So it's a very short walk. And here we go. Haha, I can still get a hit on him before he starts talking. My eyes have not been fooled. I shall take your power for myself now. So, just attack the crap out of him, and eventually he'll move on to this phase where he does the bats. And he's going to move on to this phase where he starts jumping around the room, but unlike in A Link to the Past, the floor is not actually falling. As I expected, with that power the world will be mine. You shall fall before my secret art. Yep, his secret art, where he makes the lights go out. And we have to shoot him with the silver arrow. And just like in A Link to the Past, if you're good, you can get 2 shots off on him. Possibly even a 3rd. Oh man, I almost had him. And it actually only takes 3 hits to defeat Ganon. Oh man, I missed. And there we go, Ganon is defeated. With 1 minute to spare. I just barely got everything done in this chapter. I had a little more time last time because I didn't screw around looking for the mole quite as long. Anyways, with that, our victory music will play. I have one last thing I want to show off. Hopefully I can do it before the time runs out. I just want to talk to Zelda over here. This high place is where it all began. Please look. The land of Hyrule. I never realized how beautiful it is until now. Thank you, Hero of Light. This land has been saved thanks to your help. No words could express my gratitude. Thank you, truly. We will never forget what you have done. And I ran out of time. Oh, Princess! I hope the youth is taking care of you. Ah, Princess Zelda is back. Princess! I'm sorry I made you worry for me. We get our ending music from A Link to the Past. I'm just glad you are unharmed. Now first and foremost, we need to take you back to the castle. No, we have no time. There's something I have to say before the youth leaves our world and goes home. On Death Mountain, I felt Ganon's presence. I know Link the hero felled the evil King Ganon, but then I realized that was only his body. The same could not be done to his malicious essence. It was through the this evil energy's doing that the youth was pulled into our world. If the power that the land of Hyrule bestowed on the youth had been taken by Ganon, this world would have fallen into deep darkness. I truly thank you. Because of your wisdom, courage, and power, I am sure the future will be bright. The time for us to part is fast approaching. Farewell. You've certainly overcome many hardships, haven't you? Goodbye! Now, if I'd had enough time after defeating Ganon, I could have talked to Agina and the priest as well, and the seer, and they would have all said something different. But, oh well. I did not make it. Anyways, we put the Master Sword back for it to sleep again forever, once again. For the next 6 year forever. I guess 6 years can seem like forever. And I disappeared. Thank you for playing. If the results screen hasn't appeared, please wait a while. Well, I guess we will do that. I guess that's the message we get instead of rename your SRM file. Well, is my results screen going to show? There we go. 12,820 rupees, 20 hearts, 8 stone tablets, no deaths. Total score 541,000 points, 500. And I said that in a really weird way. 541,500 points. There we go. That's a score to be proud of. Anyways, credits here of the voice actors that we don't get to experience because that's not part of this hack. Well, not part of this restoration, I should say. It's not really a hack. It is an official game. There we go, restoration credits. And we get a beautiful picture of the Master Sword. And that's the end. Hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed playing it. I love A Link to the Past. It's my favorite Zelda game of all time. Nothing has even come close to beating it as far as I'm concerned. And the fact that this game is a sequel, direct sequel, just makes this game really awesome. I loved it, even though, you know, it is what it is. It's meant to be a competitive, timed thing, but, you know, I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. This has been Let's Play BS Legend of Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets. I am Blaumagier, and I will see you guys in the next Let's Play. Take it easy.